show you how to sow today is sweet corn. So whether you're sowing your normal sweet corn or whether you're sowing popcorn or baby corn, they all need to be sown in exactly the same way. Now, the variety that I've got here today are called Amaze. There we go. Now, you can start sowing your sweet corn anytime from March all the way through to May. And I am a little bit late sowing mine. I usually do mine in about April time, but obviously I didn't want to sow everything too early just in case I didn't have the beds up. But now the beds are up and I just need to fill them, then I can now sort of start catching up with the seeds that I want to sow. So these ones apparently are really, really nice. They hold their crunch when you cook them and they are super sweet, which is lovely. So I don't know what variety you want to, it's entirely up to you which variety you want to grow, but this is how I sow mine. So let me show you how I do that. Now I've got a seed tray here which has got holes in the bottom. If you haven't got a seed tray like this with holes in the bottom, then you can always sow them in 3-inch pots. It's entirely up to you. But what I would suggest, if you're growing them in 3-inch pots, then put the compost in nearly to the top, and then I would suggest that you sow 2 seeds at the north and 2 seeds at the south. It's always best to sow 2 seeds together because sometimes one won't germinate, so it's always best to just sow 2 together, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. But I'm going to sow mine in a tray, so I've put some multi-purpose compost in here. I'm just levelling it off and firming it down. And now all I need to do is to sow my seeds. Now when you get your sweet corn seeds and you take them out the packet and you look at them and you go, there is no way that those are going to germinate because they look all dry and horrible. But they will, don't worry. Some people do soak them for about just overnight. If you would like to do that, then by all means do. I never have soaked mine, and I just sow mine like this, and I find that they come up beautifully anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sow 2 seeds close together like this. Don't sow them right next to each other like this, because if they if one goes mouldy, then it may well take the other one with it, and we don't want that. So just position them just about 1/2 inch apart from each other. So I'm going to fit these in. So that's one little block there. That's another little lot there. I don't know how many seeds are in here, it doesn't say. But I'll just pop them together just on the soil. This is why I've only half filled it with compost, because then I can always move these seeds around a little bit if I need to. So I might get five lots. Yes, I think I will. There we go. And don't worry, I will be covering these with compost in a minute, but I just want to make sure that I've got them. Oh look, there we go. Just like that. There's a little space missing there, but never mind. So there we are. I've got my little clumps of sweet corn seeds. Now all I need to do now is I just need to cover them with a bit more soil. Don't pat this lot down, just gently put it over. Just cover them with the compost. If you pat it down too hard, then they might find it difficult to work their way through. The roots will grow down, the shoots will grow up, and hopefully in about a week's time we might start seeing them popping through. So once you've covered them with soil, just give it a gentle level off like that. And all I'm going to do now is I will give the seeds a good water and then I will label them. Well, there they are. I've watered them, I've labelled them, and I'm just going to put them in the greenhouse and leave them in the greenhouse, and hopefully in about a week's time they should start to, little shoots should start to come through the compost. Now you can sow these directly outside if you want, but remember that sweet corn are a tender crop, which means that if you get a frost, then the frost will kill the plant. So if you are direct sowing outside, make sure you sow your seeds just 1 week before your last frost date. Now I live in the south east of the UK, and our last frost date is the end of May. So I could direct sow my seeds outside in the soil in the last week of May if I wanted to, but I don't. I do tend to find, I have attempted to direct sow outside once before, and I just found that the germination rate wasn't as good. So this is why I always start mine off inside. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to start them inside or whether you want to direct sow them outside, but just check your last frost date, because you don't want them to start growing beautifully and then you get a late frost and then it kills them all and then you're back to square one, which is not fun. Okay, well, these will go in the greenhouse and I will keep you updated on their progress. When I do put them outside, then I will show you. So hopefully in the summer we will have lots of lovely, fresh, crunchy sweet corn. Now also remember that sweet corn has to grow in a block. It doesn't grow in a line. So you need to make sure that whatever space you are allocating to your sweet corn, it is in a block, whether it's 3 plants by 3 plants or 6 plants by 6 plants, but they have to grow in a block, not in a line, because the reason for that is that when the tassels, when the seeds they need to pollinate, they need to, the wind will blow all the seeds around, and if they're in a straight line, a load will get missed, which is why they have to grow in a block. Okay, well, I hope you found that useful and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.